Hi, my name is Brad Heineck. I'm a physical therapist, and what I'm going to talk about in this video is tennis elbow or lateral epicondylitis, and I'm going to go over a couple of treatments that you can actually do to yourself. You do not have to see a doctor for this. You can simply do these right on your own. The first thing and the most simple is typically, well, let's back up a little bit. My patients that typically have tennis elbow, either one, they're tennis players, but oftentimes I have people who are in construction, who are working with their hands a lot. I've had one guy, he was working with a skid steer where he was working his hands and wrists a lot, developed tennis elbow from that. Okay, they should call it skid steer elbow, but this is a joke. Tennis elbow from that, okay? If you got a real tender, it'll get very tender. It's very tender when it gets flared up at its worst point, and can take a long time for it to improve. A few things you can do is, if you go to the doctor and you go to the therapist, they're going to have some special treatments that you cannot do. But at home, things you can do, and your therapist should tell you what you can do, is first of all, cryotherapy or a cold pack or an ice cup. I like an ice cup on the elbow because it works well, very direct, and it's quicker and more efficient. If you take a styrofoam cup, I actually like a paper Dixie cup better, but if you fill it 3/4 full, put it in your freezer overnight, the next day you can come pull it out, and you just, I don't have ice in this one, but it works just like this, where you tear off the top part of the cup, so just the ice is exposed, okay? Now, that exposed ice you put right on the involved area, and you're just going to rub it over that for 5 minutes. Okay, first it's going to feel cold, and then it's going to kind of burn a little bit, and after about 3 minutes it'll start to go numb, and you hold it up to 5 minutes. You can do that up to 3 times per day. The next thing that works out well, if you want to continue to work, is use armband. This is one here is made by Aircast, but there's a number of different varieties. You can usually buy them at a drugstore or online. And you put, this one has an air bladder, but they always have a certain area on the band that's made to go over the involved area. Usually don't put it right over the sore spot. It's usually distal or a little bit farther down from the elbow. And you can see you just tighten it up. So if I was to work, I was going to do some work where I know it's going to irritate this, okay, that's when you're going to put it on. I know in my case I was using the cordless drill, and every time I use the cordless drill and it would torque, oh would that hurt. So I'd use this, and I'd put it over that. When I was going to use the drill, and I'd use it, it will take pressure off where the tendon actually connects to the bone and the muscle sore, and it'll disperse the pressure and therefore relieving some of the pain, making your day more functional. Okay, so that's the armband. That's another tool you can use to manage pain with tennis elbow.